Hi friend, this is Sadiq. Today I am going to show you demo how to perform CICD on on-premises deployment in Mule. In current scenario, it is very important to have DevOps in your day-to-day development, plant delivery, and continuous performance testing and functional testing of the product. So you will be sure that anytime you can release your application, your patch, your fixes, your new functionality to the customer, to the production, or in the delivery. Okay, so the idea is this demo to show you how to achieve the on-premises deployment approach in the organization, and what we are following uh, in the current development and delivery approach in our organization. Okay, and I am sharing this demo just to have a better understanding uh, how to achieve our goal using the tools to avoid repetitive works to the developer, to the skilled people. So that has to be taken care by the tools, uh, the development guy and the skilled people can think about more better approach to enhance functionality, to implement new tools, to implement new technology in the product or in the organization. Okay, so I'll show you. I have created a very small demo for you. This is CICD demo. I have created one project here, and what we are doing here, we have created this project as a Mavenized project. Okay, so how you see that this Mavenized project, we already have Maven here. We have Maven here in our application, and we have created this product as a Mavenized project. What is the benefit of a Mavenized product? Basic idea of Mavenized product is that the headache or uh, repetitive task to validate the functionality is of the whole system should not be broken, and the application should work fine. So in that case, the tool is Maven is very useful. uh, like if you want to add some binaries, some function, some operation in the application during development or deployment, both. Sorry. So you can take care using the Maven. I'll show you that I have created the Maven. That in Maven we have created like the scope, the goal. We have added the dependencies. That this is very good thing in the Maven to it will automatically add the dependencies once you drag and drop any component, like ActiveMQ. If you bring here ActiveMQ JMS, so it will automatically bring ActiveMQ dependencies in Maven itself. Okay, so it will with the help of that, it will not require you to specifically go and search down the any point the active MQ jar from the Google or internet. It will automatically include in the product for you. And even if you want to specifically add to some dependencies in the product, you can go here, and there is lots of dependencies we are taking care here. So you can add by just copy and paste your dependency, and it will the Maven will do the rest of the task to go download the binaries and add in your product. So you can utilize the functionality of that binary or that plugin in your application. Okay, so what is the benefit? Like you see here that I have created two flow, just normal flow and I have created the test cases for those. Right, this is very normal. So just to show you that how it works, what happened, like what we do here, like we have created the product, and now let's see that we have created the MU test cases. So that it will take test whole the application once, that all test cases is working fine, or nothing is broken in the application, everything working fine, and all the dependencies and all the plugins are there. Let me show you that. Go to the run. So it's already running. Let me check. Already bind. Let me change the IP port here, because in my application, my desktop, some of the applications are running the same port. So the problem is solved now. It was some temporary file was there. So so what was the cause, that whenever you will execute the application here, it will go and compile whole application, whatever goal you set here, that it will compile, it will test, execute all the test cases what you have written over here. Right now we have you written only two MU test cases, and those were to validate those. It runs whole test cases and validate that the whatever development you have done is like is working fine or not. So uh, the idea is that Maven is to the whole package testing of the application with the test cases that should working fine. Okay, so I'll show you that with the command prompt. You go here and can check the clean compile package. You can see, I'll show you how you can see that it's working fine. Then you can see here two test cases we have created here, two test cases 1 and 2. So both were executed and none of the error you found, that all pass. So by this way there is 100% application coverage. This is saying that whatever development you have done, that is successfully validated with the test cases and working fine. And so by this way you can guarantee that anytime you can release application to the customer, to the delivery, to the deploy on the platform. So it will give you 100% assurity that what the test cases you have written over there to validate the functionality of the flow of the integrations, those are working fine. So this is the approach for CD and CI. So what I'll show you that what actually benefit of that. So it is that whatever is doing that, we are like we commit all the test case, all the application in the GitHub. Let me open the GitHub here. Okay, let me go to the my project here. See, So the benefit is that we keep using the tools like GitHub. We are taking care the all the logs, all the code in the center repository, and this is the master repository actually. So you can create new like a repository that you can do R&D, you can do the testing, you like committing the code, and then merge to the master branch. So by this way we can take care that that the code should be centralized, and the team the different team different responsible person or technical person or developer can do the development, sorry, uh, and do the commit in the central location. So if other person want to do the changes in anything in the functionality, so he could check out the code from the GitHub, and could do the his own development or modification, bug fixing, anything in the required as per task. Okay, so the team, like this one is like that. Whenever you do the like uh, development, you commit over there. The before committing, you just have to go to your application, execute the Maven application, and check that whatever development you have done is not broken anything. So with the help of test cases and with the help of the deployment dependencies check, the Maven will provide all the functionality, all the feasibility or capability to validate that all the required dependencies, required action item has been validated and is working fine in the platform, in the product. So you can go and you can start delivering. You can deliver your product as you found that this is 100% 100% the coverage is there, because the all discussions is working fine. So you can mostly it go to 95 to 100, or sometimes is 90 to 100, depend on the kind of the product or kind of the delivery approach you have in the organization. uh, pull and so this is the actual basic idea of the CICD, that create a job centralized location. And what is that? This is the Jenkins. What we are doing here, let me what we are doing here, that there is a application. This is the repository. Okay, uh, this is the Jenkins. So I'll show you. Okay, this is repository. What is the repository? Is that this is GitHub, and the application this complete I am showing you for on-premise deployment. Okay. So what the application does here, he that took the check we took the checkout from the GitHub, and we do deploy everything, and also do the check-in in the GitHub as well. Okay, so both way we are working with the GitHub to fetch the code, and also do the development and commit in the same to commit in the central repository, so other team can put fetch and can start their own work. Okay, and what else is we are doing here is that with the help of Jenkins we are doing the continuous integrations, that uh, that application what we have developed, it should work fine, and it should all the test cases, binary, like compile, creating the package, deploy, and execute all the test cases on the a binary which created by Jenkins. So could validate that all the test cases which we have written is working fine on the binary which we have committed available in the repository, that is GitHub. Okay, so this is we are using, this is the mainly here the continuous integration, and this is we are using for continuous delivery. Okay, so uh, what we are achieving here, uh, during development, all the dependencies and all the validations before committing to the central repository, the developer or the technical person could validate that his application is working fine, and there is no current error or current functionality is going to be broken during the after his development or his like changes is done in the application. So and Jenkins, what it will do, it is does that it will check out the application, it will and create the binary, execute all test cases, and all life cycle what we have defined here, to the clean, to the compile, to the create a package, and then deploy on the runtime. So this is the on-premises runtime. So we are currently deploying on the on-premises runtime. So I'll show you the what we have done in the Jenkins here. That in the Jenkins you can go here. Is the very small things we have done here. Let me shut down this application. Here, so this is a Jenkins. We have what we have done. We are fetching the binary from the GitHub, and this is the master branch. You can see here. What we are doing that either you fetch after the committing in the GitHub, or you can put some cron, like as we sometime we works some like a few of projects work with the agile model, few have work with the waterfall model. So depend on that what the delivery plan you could have, and as per your plan, like mm, uh, second May, 2nd June of 2018, or 13th November 2017 you want to, that is the deployment date. So you can define your cron here, and it will pick the schedule and fetch the development code from here and deploy on the application. What is the application we do deploy use? We are using the command because it's a Windows system. So I have written down here the all the batches and all to run the on premises system. So all this that it will go to the check the POM folder, because this is memorized product, and so it will go here and validate all the input and output, all the dependencies. It will check all the dependencies, and then it will go for it will compile the application and create a package, and rest after the post build, it will go here and execute all the steps to deploy on the on-premise server. Okay, so I'll show you that I have not configured any job here, so it's not running because it's my local system. This I'm showing this just for demo. So what we can do here, we go here, we manually we can build the application. You can see here that in console you can see our application is CICD demo, right? It's being deployed and being compiled, clean, packaging, and then it will go for deployment. Okay, I'll show you that test cases is also pass here, because see the test cases is pass here. I'll show you test cases, right? It's pass, is 100% covered, and now you see that it's so let me check that. Yeah, the build is successful. Now it's deploying on the on-premise server. Okay, so it's deploying on premise server. Let me check the is closed. uh, and Jenkins server is on my own laptop, so you can see here uh, the, the deployment result here. This is welcome to our world. Okay, so this is and the other flow. Let me check what the other flow is sent. Okay, so you can see that what I have written over there, payload sadically. So I'll put the boy till night last class was right. His name is, okay. I'll go here, you can see sadically, right. So whatever the like we have deployed is working fine, and this is the on-premise server where we have deployed. Let me show you the this is deployment we have done here. You can see the 8:56. That's this is timing 8:56 deployment happened. So this way we are achieving that the CI and CD, the all the development which we are doing here is going to the central repository, and the other system will check out the application and doing the all the life cycle of the application, and deploy, create binary, compile, packaging, and deploying on the runtime. So this way we are achieving the CI/CD approach in current delivery and development. What we are saving here? What we are saving here? We are saving the time that the person has to add like dependencies one by one in his own application. The instead of that, Maven doing the rest of the things to adding the all the dependencies in the application. Second thing is that to test to the during the development, we are able to validate that nothing is going to be broken after the changes are done by the individual resource. So the benefit of the if we say that this is going to be one-time effort, but if the implementing CI/CD in the product, it's going to be more benefit in delivery. Instead of doing the repetitive work like adding, every resource has to add the dependencies in their own product, own application, in on development environment, is going to be time taken and burden on the developer. Instead of the idea of DevOps is that the technical resource should think about only logic of the development and the designing of the application, instead of doing the repetitive task like adding more dependencies again and again, and testing whole application one by one, like whole functionality one by one, to be sure that nothing is broken. So CD like Maven is like Maven and Jenkins both are helping to do the repetitive job, so that you will be assured that the guy is doing the changes today is not going to be broken. Mostly the logic of the CI/CD is we do in the organization, or in the development environment, or in the companies, it is used to that the person has to commit like every minute, and every hours, or every day, within a 15 minutes or 10 minutes, if the whole application going to be deployed, like verified again, and the Jenkins will check, we can configure the functionality, we can configure here that whenever is going to commit, you are going to commit in the application in the GitHub, the GitHub will pull the binary and do the all life cycle, like compile, get package, binary, deploy, execute all test cases. So it will validate that yeah, nothing is broken in the application. So the you can save time, that the developer will be also sure that what he did was nothing broken in the application, and that were not broken any other functionality or other repetitive work. And he could concentrate on the only thinking about how better approach to develop and fixing the bugs. So that's the whole idea of the CI/CD currently in the MuleSoft, and what we are following, Maven and Jenkins. And so this is, and you see, even you can find here that you can check the wallet test cases what executed. You can see the total 2 and there is no fail, right? So here also, with the help of Jenkins, you can see the reports, what happened and how is working fine, and you can see the no changes, and like all the applications how is working fine, what integrations you have done with the repository with the Jenkins, what is their performance, and how much time is deploying, and how much time it will taking for deployment. All these things is like you can validate over here. So this is the way we can track that how was the performance of our deployment. So we are sure that everything working fine. So this is the CI/CD on premises, and these are the benefits of what we are achieving during the CI/CD process here. So in this is the on premises, and in the next video I'm going to share with the cloud deployment. We are using the CI/CD approach. So hope you guys understand what is the CI/CD approach to reduce the repetitive task uh, in the development and delivery process, and reduce the chances of the error, human error, a technical error in the application. Um, so so the our application, or deployment, our application and our deployment strategy, our delivery, and should be smooth, and should not the any hurdle for the resources and customer work. Thanks. If you have any doubts, just let me know. I'll explain you how it working fine, how it works, and so I'll repeat once again. So we have created this application is a Mavenized application, and what Maven do, it will automatically add all the dependencies of the required for the product. We have created the test cases. The test cases, when we create test cases, is automatically taken care by the Maven itself. Whenever you execute the application, you start the application, it will go and validate all the MU test cases and confirm that everything working fine in the binary. So this one, and Jenkins, what we are doing, we are with the help of Jenkins, we are taking care, we deploying application in the on-premises deployment runtime, and it's pulling all the binary, all the code, all the application from the central repository. What we are using here is GitHub, and it's fetching all the binary and executing all the life cycle of the application of the product, all the application, like clean, compile, packaging, deploying, on deploying and creating package. So the Jenkins also taking care is that it go to the, it uh, pick the pick the the file, the binary created by the Maven, and move to the on external application. So we can work with the external application, and we can start the external application, and we can validate that everything working fine. Okay, that's it from my side. If you have any doubt, just let me know. I'll respond back for those. If you want approach how steps, so surely I can share those steps as well. Thanks.